Good morning, everybody. Just want to come to you this morning. For those of you who do not know, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Nurse Jennifer, aka Nurse Jenny. I operate currently the IV Therapy Liquid Lounge. We will be having a new excitement coming later in May. But I wanted to come on to you today, Nurse Jenny, and just as a friend, as a person, talk about energy. Of course, like we call the energy, I'm reading vibes or reading energy. Coming to you from my backyard, by the way, here in beautiful, in the Carolinas. Um, it's a little colder than normal. It's about 40 some odd degrees, but the birds out here, it's like my favorite place to be in the world. This is how I start my morning off. This is how I harness, this is some of the ways I harness my energy in the morning. Also have my cup of tea. What's in the cup? There is turmeric, um, green tea. It's actually matcha, but turmeric matcha. I always throw in a little cloves. Cloves are great antiviral. I also add a drop of apple cider vinegar. My goal is to get like um, 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar in my body a day. I do like morning, throughout the day. Um, so I think the recommended dose is like 2 tablespoons, but because of my stomach, I stick with my little teaspoon. I think it still has benefits. Apple cider vinegar has been clinically proven to help burn fat as well as other benefits. And then what else is in the cup? I've got a little local honey. You guys hear these beautiful birds, see these trees here in the Carolinas. So our honeybees make some amazing, amazing honey. So local honey is the cure for many things here in the Carolinas. I like to drink my tea while it's nice and warm. And I also have some cinnamon in there. Cinnamon for me is fantastic for harnessing energy. So we are talking about some energies, and I'll make this quick because I know Monday morning, we don't have a lot of time. I've taken down just a couple of notes because, you know, I operate in IV therapy, um, med spa with, of course, assistance and collaboration from the medical director. So it's not just me, but I, am responsible for continuing education. And so I'm always educating myself. I'm always learning. I want to know the science behind, like, why does this stuff work? And this stuff meaning the vitamins, the nutrients that we infuse. So we spend a lot of time just educating ourselves. So in my education, I've looked at different modalities, different pathways, and I kind of, you know, find similarities in a lot of them. Just like, there's different religions, but there's similarities in all of them. There's ethics, there's value. I can go on, but, to stay focused on energy, I wanted to talk about the fact that there's many different types of energy and energy sources. So wherever you get your source from, be it, I'm of Christian faith. So I'll just say it, be it from God above or within yourself or community, wherever you get your energy from, make sure it's a positive source and it is bringing about good in your life and benefiting yourself as well as others. But I want to talk about the sources of energy. Of course, there is physical energy. When we talk about energy, we talk about like, and that comprises of your strength, how you feel. For me, we're taking that as proper nutrition because it's kind of like, imagine your body, not imagine, your body is a vessel. Your body is this fine oil crafted machine that, whatever you believe, creator, source, whatever is here. And just like your car would come with the owner's manual, your body doesn't, but it does send a lot of signals and signs. And so you should be paying attention to those signals and signs. Sometimes we get so distracted in our daily life, we like forget what those good signs are. So aches and pains and such, those are signs, those are warning signs from your body saying something is wrong. I don't think you need me to tell me that, but I want to let you know, for me, for the first type of energy, physical energy, that comprises of nutrition, eating a balanced diet, exercise, because it boosts endorphin, enhances your energy levels. Um, so that can come in different ways: yoga, harnessing energy, etc., walking, and also sleep cycles. Our body needs mindful wake and sleep cycles. We need to make sure we're getting quality rest. So if you snore or not getting good sleep, or you change your mattress or energy, but it helps support physical and cognitive energy when you get good sleep exercise, and have proper nutrition. You must fuel your body. The food is for fuel. If you've never heard, I'm sure you've heard this, but if not, you've never heard, your food is fueling your body. So what kind of gas are you putting in your car? Are we putting in like low mileage, no offense, but I'm going to say fast food, or are we putting high mileage quality food? And you can get quality food at a gas station, because now gas stations have shrimp, and not, I wouldn't do shrimp, but like they have fruit. Um, they have healthier water options, so you don't really have to go towards the sugary juices, salads. So they have options. So yeah, what's your first mind process when you're fueling your body? Are we grabbing, would you want to put the lowest grade oil in your car if you're getting an oil change, or do you want to go for at least a mid or higher grade? That's super important. So there's that. The next is mental energy. Wow. We don't talk about this enough. And lately, this has been all over like my spirit, my realm. I always pray for God to, as a practitioner, to use me. It's like, God, use me, work through me. And every friend that I have right now, which is great, I love that, is I'm finding connected to mental health awareness, mental health first aid, and like the world is screaming for this. I was talking to a friend the other day, and we came across the fact that said, like, if you don't have connection to source, connection to self, like you have nothing to hold on to. So if it's not religious, that's going to ground you and keep your moral compass. If it's not your own ethics, it's going to keep your moral compass and like your moral, like morally grounded. Let it be your mental, like your cognition, your logic, your reason. That keeps you mentally, you know, energized or grounded or focused, whatever you want to call that, but aligned for sure. um, some people don't have that, which is why I feel like there is such space for therapists, such a need for therapists, almost like a need for a doctor, not almost like a need for a doctor. We talk about physical well-being. Well, let's talk about mental well-being and also mental energy. That is the other type of energy we're talking about. So for y'all, you just joining, we're talking about the different types of energy. I'm Nurse Jennifer. First is physical energy, nutrition, exercise or movement, and sleep. And the next is mental energy. So it's really important for us as human beings, to work this vessel, to have stimulating activities. If not, I don't mind. Y'all heard that. There's some other part to that, but we're not going there this morning. But engaging in puzzles, interacting with people, learning, new activity. I mean, our human race invented the wheel. I'm sure there's a lot more inventions, but that just says like our mind should be always processing, always working. So that's the second type of energy, is mental energy. And with that said, there are things that are purposely mentally draining. So when you're like, again, people come to me and I'm so grateful to provide this service. And by the way, we're talking energy and ways to gain energy, not just with IVs, but by healthy living, healthy lifestyle, and in different ways. So we talked about physical energy, exercise, nutrition, sleep, mental energy, stimulating activities and learning, and then emotional energy. This is the next. Back to my link again, everyone in my future or current, for those of you who are not able to attend, we had a networking event last weekend. Next event will be virtual. This one was supposed to be, but I got so excited with the cameras. I just have to have someone else handle the camera, not me. I'm not the camera person. I'm going to stick to being the nurse. I know my role. So anyway, we're talking about emotional energy. Emotional energy is having positive, cultivating relationships. Guys, and with your family, friends, social connections, we are not meant to be, it's okay to be a bit of a loner, but humans as a creature, for the most part, are meant to be like communal beings. Some animals naturally live in herds or gatherings or groups, colonies, whatever. Humans are not meant to live alone. Again, man is not meant to live by bread alone. We need interaction. So having those positive relationships that bring um, positivity to your life can help, you know, encompass and strengthen that emotional energy. That's what we want, is more energy, things that, bring positive charge to our life and not draining of energy and negative ones. Because people come to me and they need IVs, but it's so much more than IVs sometimes, and it's so much more than vitamins. So that's what we're talking about today. Ways to get your natural energy for yourself, harness, make more positive light, and self-care. So you, when you take a plane, they say you got to put the, um, and I'm talking to myself when I'm saying this, not just to all you. And thank you everybody for joining this morning on a Monday morning. But you got to put the oxygen on yourself before you put it on anybody else. So self-care is so important, no matter how that comes. Meditation, relaxation, journaling, walking, going off by yourself, cooking, whatever brings you and sparks joy in you while you're here on this earth to take care of your human vessel, mind, body, soul, that is part of your self-care. If that involves treating yourself once in a while to a healthy activity, going on a trip, whatever it is your human life, getting a massage. People that can't get away, you can still meditate, relax, deep breathe, but just find that time, make that ritual for yourself to care for your human vessel. Next energy is spiritual energy. We are also like very energetic and spiritual beings as human beings. So whether you want to acknowledge it or not, we have a frequency. People get vibes. It's weird. Even animals have this natural instinct. So let's just, we're not saying we're animals, but we are beings. And so being that we have consciousness, that we have minds, spiritual energy is important to have mindfulness practices and be in the moment. Our phones, our lives, our jobs take us away from being in the moment. So I find myself putting my phone down a lot more. And I may not be able to capture the moments. I'll just rely on other people, which is probably not the best solution because sometimes you have that friend and I'm that friend, but sometimes I'm that friend that doesn't send the pictures, but I'm getting better. But yes, having, spiritual energy, having that connection to people and yourself and the earth and just being grounded and aware of your deeper connection with who you are, what you like. And this way you will be able to prioritize yourself. Everything else will make sense. It's not a self